Hidden power of a feminine woman. The hidden power of a woman who's ready to marry. Now, let me qualify this woman ready to marry. This woman, she is fit, she's feminine, she's cooperative. You only really need like three things in order to be ready for marriage, in my opinion. Now, these are very easy characteristics to obtain in the grand scheme of things. But individually, as you hone in on them, it might be hard to get to. But what is the hidden power? You're going to attract a certain man. He's like everything you want. So let's get to what is it that you want. Most women want this. They want a man who has security, provision, loyalty, honesty, wants children. Now, all these things you can get if you are fit, cooperative, feminine. But what is a hidden power? What is a hidden power? The hidden power is that you're going to be able to attract this man. You're going to be able to attract what you want in a man. Now, this is what I would consider the ideal man. You might have your different metrics that you would want a man to meet, but I'm talking about some basic bare minimum stuff that most men don't have. Now, women complain all day. Where are all the good men? Keep in mind who's not complaining. The women who are not complaining are the women who are already kept, the women who already have the ring, the women who are already not single, who are out of the dating market. Most women that are complaining are the stragglers, some who have waited too long, some who are battered and bruised, some who have been used up, women who have trauma. These are the type of women who are usually complaining about this stuff. Oh, there are no good men anymore. But keep in mind the contrast of the woman who already has what she wants, which is a good man in her eyes. She's married him. She's accepted the fact that she's going to die with this man. She's already gotten a contract, it's already signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours type situation. So she's already in a better position. So how do you have to get there? Fit, feminine, cooperative. I'm only deferring to people like Kevin Samuels, or a lot of other dating coaches will say the same type of thing. That's basically really all you got to do is three things. Come on, y'all. How do you get to this hidden power? And what is a hidden power? See, you found this good man, but the real hidden power is you're going to unlock his potential. Now, before I get into that, let me give you three type of people that you're going to come across if you're in this state. What is the state? Fit, feminine, cooperative. Men are going to pick up on this. They're going to sniff you out. You are going to be very, very peculiar to him. You're going to be highly attracted to him. You're going to make him highly curious. The first type of man is a man who is going to be afraid of you outright. So you might meet him very briefly, but he's going to shy away. Most of the times it's because he knows that you're ready for something that he's not ready for. So he's not even going to want to waste your time and waste his. So he's just going to, you know, not even really bother you anymore because it's too much responsibility. There's too much potential there. There's too much at stake. Maybe he just wants to play around. Maybe he doesn't know where he's at in his life. Maybe he's not where he needs to be in his life, and he's respecting that about you. Now, what's the other man? The other man is the man who's going to be the chameleon. The chameleon is the guy who's going to seemingly have what you want, seemingly have what you want in a man, but he's going to get the worst out of you. He's going to try and sleep with you. He's going to try and use you, whether it's for your money or for what's below you. So these are men you can easily weed out. Just don't sleep with them. Don't sleep with them. You'll be able to weed out a lot of men who are taught nowadays that if I'm not able to sleep with a woman within the first couple of dates, then I'll just kick her to the side of the road. These type of men, they're easily avoidable by just weeding them out. It's a waiting game with them. How long can you hold out without having sex? For him, that will usually weed out 99% of them. So that's how you get rid of the first, or that's how the first two are gotten rid of. Here's the third one, though. The third one is the one you want. The third one is a man who's willing to provide, who wants children, who's loyal, who's honest, who's faithful. This is the man who's willing to lead, who has the characteristics of a masculine, traditional man. Bam, you got him. But what is your hidden power? The hidden power is there's more potential to this man that hasn't been unlocked yet. But what happens is once he meets that woman who he's supposed to be with, or who he settles down and decides to be with, this is when his true potential is unlocked. See, men in most cases are not really men until they have children, until they become a husband, because there's so much more responsibility and things that need to be in task and accountability that is around being a male father figure, a role model as a husband, a role model to his kids and to his wife, that he's going to take so seriously that it's going to hone his skills, not just physical, not just capital, not just emotional, but spiritual. There's going to be so much more that he will be able to do and evolve into as he has that support system, right? The feminine, cooperative, fit woman. See, this woman checks all the boxes. Obviously, he's attracted to her. She's feminine, so she's in her right nature. She is cooperative, so she gives him peace at home. What is that going to do to him? There's no drama at home. There's no vitriol and back and forth. There's no turmoil. There's no problem. There's no anxiety when he's around you, when he can rest in the fact that he has something good going on when he comes home. Everything else will fall in place on the outside. The only disqualifier I would say that women give way too much weight on is the money. See, you want a man who gives you security, right? The security doesn't always have to be financial. The financial security can come after, and I'll explain in a second. Financial security for most of the other billions of people on this planet are, I have my needs taken care of and I can occasionally get what I want when it comes to finances. You have a roof over your head. You're provided for. You can eat. You got clothes. You have ample spending money for groceries, all this stuff. But most women in the modern world are spoiled, rotten children who act like, I don't want a man unless we're able to go on expensive vacations, unless we're able to have 2+ cars, unless we're able to have the finer things of the American dream. The first world problem mentality, this very Western-centric, over-materialistic view of men, making them objects, right? Women objectify men in different ways. We, as men, objectify women by their vag. Men are objectified by their wallet. But no one talks about this, right? See, the enormous pressure on most men is, I have to be able to provide this lavish lifestyle for some woman that I want to meet. In order for me to feel like she's really attracted to me, I have to become this slave who never gets off the hamster wheel. I have to be able to die to myself constantly so that I can get a better and better profit to bring home to my wife so that maybe she'll be satisfied. Because if I'm staying stagnant, right? Women try and say, oh, I want a man who's, you know what, I'm not even getting into that. Let me get back to it because that's a whole nother video. Women put way too much weight and stock on disqualifying a man for his financial capability. But what you fail to understand is that most women are in situations with men who have tons of money. They have tons of provision. They can provide, but yet they're cheaters. They're liars. They're disrespectful. They're slightly abusive, verbally, physically, whatever. This man, he is still evil inside, or he's rotten. So what's more important, I ask you guys? If Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was a man's wallet. If you're in a situation with the man who you found that's worthy of settling down, so long as he can provide for you too, you and him, what about all his other characteristics? The fact that he's loyal, honest, trustworthy, wants children. What you're failing to realize is your hidden power. Once again, your hidden power is that you can tap into his ability to want to provide, his ability to want to take the responsible role as a provider, as a father figure, as a husband. It's going to inspire him and motivate him to get more out of life. His ambition, in a sense, may increase and might sow his net worth. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. You guys want a man like he comes out the box perfect. But you guys are not perfect either. All of these other qualities, a man who wants children, who's trustworthy, who's faithful, who's loyal, who is honest, who is a real all around leader, is way more important than the fact that he's not able to provide for four people or five or three. How about just wait to have kids so well he's able to provide for three? How about that? Women get impatient, they get very, very greedy on this topic. But let me get back to the potential. The women who are complaining about where all the good men have gone, they're separate from the women who are married already. But more importantly, they only seem to be getting the men who were using them and passing them around to other men, and who are constantly juggling them with other women who don't really respect them at all. You want real respect? You want real honor? You want real loyalty? You want real faithfulness? You want a real bond commitment? That is in marriage. It is not a power couple. It is a role that you have to play as the second place. Sorry to say. But that is the way that you will be able to get the, dare I say it, the prince, the Walt Disney thing. That's the closest you're going to get. Because this man, but here's the caveat, he's not going to necessarily be the Disney guy. He's going to be the Disney guy with standards, the Disney guy who's not a pushover, the Disney guy who doesn't pedestalize you. And this just so happens to psychologically be the man that you don't even necessarily know that you want, but he turns you on, he gets you going, you feel safe with him. All these characteristics, you don't have to supplement from the guy who doesn't want to treat you right. And that's just how he plays. See, women get this mistaken. They think that just because I'm attracted to this man who wants to, elbow slam me or talk back to me or call me out of my name or mistreat me, why am I attracted to this man? It's because there's an element that you're attracted to him. You don't necessarily like the reality and the consequences. You just like that certain element. And here's the element that you can find in marriage. A stable marriage with a man, with his woman, is a man where he understands that he is unmovable. He doesn't seek validation from his woman. He is not concerned with or overly concerned with her happiness. He is trying to make sure that he's doing what he needs to do to provide. He's trying to make sure he's doing what he needs to do to evolve and hold himself accountable. He is going to be not sensitive. He's not going to be a pushover. He's not going to mistreat you either. So you get the same feeling in this relationship in marriage. The man who is the rock, the man who is masculine, the man who leads, the man who takes charge, the man who is sometimes indifferent. This is what you naturally want as a woman. How am I going to tell you guys what you naturally want? That's a whole different story. But the potential of this man is you get to have the characteristics that you seem to be in a really, dare I say it, you get some of the bad boy qualities in marriage. So apart from the bad boy's social sexual dynamic, going more over towards more sustainable and other pillars of the dynamic is his mental capacity, his capacity to be a leader. So I'll probably make more on this. Like the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Peace.